Hey, what's up? Welcome to another reading. I'm just gonna, I'm trying something new here, and hopefully it's gonna work out. Um, yeah, this is just a kind of like a test run for me to to stay in to create like a variety or to come into a certain type of flow or just bear with me. Bear with me. Maybe someone is connecting to bear consciousness. So, without further ado, um, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it with anyone that this message might be for. If it's for you, awesome. This is tarot reading, so we have the Queen of Wands here, which is an indicator that whoever this is for, whoever's watching, might be, or someone that you're dealing with, third party, or fourth person perspective, or third person perspective, or first person or second. You know what I mean? Like, there could be so many variations possible as to who this is relevant for. That's a good foundation to base a tarot card reading on. Is like, this message might be for several. So this Queen of Wands energy, it's interesting. Who's this Queen of Wands? Okay. Yeah, she's a bit feisty, this one. She's talking about, she's kind of like digging into my past a little bit, saying like, I know who you are. Kind of like telling me that, yeah, you think I'm popular, you think I'm a beast, just look at yourself. Like, I know what you're capable of. So it's a big compliment. Like, maybe it's a Leo, really knows how to handle a compliment. Woo, shit, of course. Yeah, maybe this is someone who has a family, someone who is like, I'm hearing stable coin. Maybe someone is into bitcoins or something. Maybe someone is deep in with the devil, just kind of like very resourceful, got a lot of money, got the pillars of the house, like the cornerstone of the house is like, it's set, foundation set. Someone is very crafty. Yeah, someone is very like into the occult and have a keen understanding in that, but there might be some self-deception here that could be due to too much meddling in the dark shit of the matter. Like, if someone is here and they're dealing with too much of the dark shit, I invite you to put some boundaries with this person, whoever this is. If this is yourself, maybe you need some more healthy, I don't know, attitudes or something that has to do with, yeah, I can see the programs are coming out. Maybe they're scared of you knowing. They're like, maybe you're scared of hearing it or something, because you know how mean you can get. And you know, I can be mean as well, because if my intestines are suffering, I'm the, how do I explain that? Yeah, this is good for you. Okay, so the distance between my anger and my actual expression of that anger, the distance, the gap of that is very short. Like, yeah, can, so I do recognize, like, and sometimes we do get pissed off because we haven't, maybe we're dealing with some, oh my god. It's very difficult for me to do this reading because I'm seeing someone who's extremely capable. I'm seeing someone who is, very capable, but they're lying to themselves. Maybe it has something to do with the collaboration stuff at work is not going as well as they had hoped or planned. Like maybe they're being a little bit arrogant in the workplace. Maybe they're just being very. Maybe this is a feminine energy that has to do with how we talk to people, how we nurture people, and if we see that people aren't nourishing others, or if we see self-centered people, then we might not be the best guides. Like we might have our shit together, we might have our money, you know, and our spiritual routines, and we might have our decks and our sages, and like, we might have a lot of knowledge and resources, and we have a lot of understanding of like what it means to follow the sequence to the end of the rainbow where you find the treasure, and you might have like a lot of experience with getting to the results of the you know, beauty. And then when it comes to like your job or something, then that's where you become a meanie. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Ace of Swords came up in reverse here for you, right? And if it doesn't, then more power to you. It means that you're actually you're above surface. You're like your head's under, but your head is actually over, so you can breathe in. Okay. So something to do with aren't we all? Okay. Can we get another split reading for this? Can we shift the focus here a little bit? No, we need to focus on this person. Okay, so that's okay. I can stay here in the shadow work. Maybe somebody is wanting to see my shadow, so they're putting on their character to like, yeah, show me. Like someone feels like I'm like the promise of you showing up here is me being truthful and showing up with some transformative stuff so that the healing can commence, which is interesting. Okay. I want to do another card for you from the elementals. We're bringing in the elementals. Whatever happens, what do you want to tell me? Oh, so you're with the pixies. That's so cool. I love the pixies. Maybe you're 38. Maybe someone is 30 years old. This is for you guys. We're gonna go to 30. So this is long. So maybe someone here is very charitable. Spiritual constipation makes us toxic and bloated and unable to deal with more intake. Oh, I see. Someone has been shoving spiritual content into, like, maybe you're shoving too much spiritual content into your system, and now it's like it's clogged. Yeah, and I feel it something here in the back. Maybe there's an implant here. Should we remove the implant? Okay. Okay. All right, let's get this. Yeah, this is something is draining your life force. Yeah, maybe it's time to stop taking. It's time to stop taking in spiritual content. It's time to like stop with the intake and start pouring it out. Like you're ready to pour it out because now you're constipated. So maybe to take a look at some of your um, six pentacle issues that is coming up right now, because it really has to do with, are you comfortable receiving and giving? Is there a balance in your receiving and giving? Is there a balance in you receiving and giving? Or have you been just uh, maybe this is one for someone who's 30 years old, or maybe their consciousness is at a level of being 30 years old. Like maybe something happened when you were 30 that made you. But I want to take a look at her wings for 1 second. Long, 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 long. What does that mean? Long. 440. Maybe someone is drinking 40 beer. I, dude, I'm not gonna comment on that. Okay. Long meaning. Oh, okay. So it's about someone's dealing with some fertility issues or wanting kids or just wanting to take something instead of, yeah, this is an energy that came up in an earlier reading as well the other day. Someone is uncomfortable with taking what they're owed or something. Like someone is uncomfortable just taking what they deserve. There's maybe someone is being treated unfairly by the world, and this is very common when it comes to starseed, when it comes to high frequency people. It's like sacral chakras being attacked, or gender confusion, or walk-ins, or susceptibility to reprogram, like the Matrix attempts to reprogram when someone is like breaking out, and then there's like this tornado of lightning coming in, and then all of a sudden we feel like the world and the cosmos has been treating us unfairly, like this is unfair, and then we suffer our own reactions, and then oh, wow, wastefully so, we go into degenerative, the degenerative, oh my god, degenerative responses, or we have imbalanced needs. Like maybe someone is unable to get the kid, to get the child, or I need to. Did did someone lose a child here? No. Okay, is someone wanting a child here? Yeah, not so. Maybe someone feel like they're not. Let's let me just do the reading. If you are stuck or blocked in a situation and the alarm turns up in a reading, you probably need to stop focusing on what you're trying to accomplish and simply give to others freely and generously and unconditionally. Try a few acts of kindness, unconditionally given, of course. Go do some volunteer work somewhere. Um, yeah, give to a needy stranger, whether or not you think he or she deserves it. Take flowers into a hospital and give them to a stranger at random, or give them to a nurse with compliments from the universe. That's so cute, though. Imagine buying some fucking flowers, going into a hospital, and just like picking a nurse and like, hey, these are some flowers from the universe, and they're for you. Have a great day. And then, you know, tell them, I have to go now, but have a good day. And then just no talkie talkie. I just wanted to do the uncomfortable thing and make you happy, and or stay there and talk to them, of course, if that's if you can do that, I think it would make you happy. Yeah. So it's about emptying your pockets a little bit, emptying your spiritual bank account a little bit. Just like maybe you need to blah, get it out somehow. I don't know how you express your truth or your gifts, but yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, thank you for being here. I miss you too. Okay. Can we do some Taurus? All right, we're ready for another. For another shuffle. Come on now. Okay, the fight. Okay, you want to talk about? Yes, you want to talk about the breaking your back during the end of the line type of work. Like you're overexerting yourself in some degree, and it might have to do some. Might have something to do with Scorpio season ending, and then you being reluctant in terms of like where you're going, especially with the Judgment here and the Five of Swords in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, and they're talking about a promise. Like you feel like something was promised to you, something was promised to you, so you're just waiting for justice to present itself, and I feel like that's coming. Like just you're I hear this, someone is saying like you're a person who's like this, that. So maybe you have someone in your life that are very like literate in terms of how they describe people, that they just have an impression of someone, and they just tell everyone what their opinion. Like someone is very like outgoing, someone is very like, this is who you are, I see you as this, you are a person who the. And for me that's very American. For me, that sounds very American to have someone just like lash out and tell someone who they are just basically off of someone's impression. And for me, that's kind of like a little bit of a novice. Like I'm doing this, like it's, maybe this is what's her name? I'm gonna look up her name real quick. Minerva. Okay, so maybe that's a little bit of a Minerva energy right there. Maybe someone's nerve. Maybe they're talking about someone has like the audacity, the nerve to be very like vocal in terms of their impression of other people, and then it's sort of like this youngish person who's I just think I just think it's funny. Maybe someone that you're dating or someone that you're interested in is like that, and they're just like very like their mouth is like a train. You know, they blah 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 blah. You can almost like see what's going on inside their head while their mouth is just moving, and you can see they're thinking like two things, and their eyes are like going. Maybe someone is very automatic in the way that they're cute. Is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Good for you. Okay. Okay. So um, do some lower back exercises. You know, careful when you do twists in terms of yoga. So when you breathe in, you elongate your spine in a pose. When you breathe out, you allow the twists to occur. You breathe in, you elongate the spine. When you breathe out, you allow further twists. So in each like yoga pose, you elongate with the inhale, you twist on the exhale, and you move consciously and carefully, and you take care of your lower back with um, I don't know the American or English word for it, ergonomy. It's like posture awareness in terms of lifts and um, just general how you pick stuff up from the ground. Like when you pick stuff up from the ground, bend your knees, go down with your hands, pick it up. Don't just like go bend and up and like, or maybe someone is just working their ass off and they're battling and they hate that someone is battling them and they're losing the battle or someone is losing or is like for me like a Libra sometimes when I'm in the Five of Swords energy I'm just like I'm just gonna lose to the benefit of everyone by just admitting that hey I understand what's about to transpire here. You want to be victorious? Go ahead. See you. I'm done. Like we're done. I'm gonna just wait until this conflict has blown over and I'm just gonna wait for Gabriel to come in here and just go like an elephant from the sky with the rings of the angelic portals coming in, and I'm just gonna wait for for um, for my ancestors to make the adjustments based off of the negotiations with everyone else that I can't see, and I'm just gonna sit on my ass and just wait for things to go smooth again. But I'm not saying like can we get another card for what should be done here in terms of that because it's not always yeah okay back to the so we do have Libra, Scorpio, Neptune. Maybe okay, so we do have some a Scorpio here. Interesting. Hmm. I'm sensing a divine feminine energy here. Someone who's really good at taking care of other people's emotions and their own emotions, and who's aware of their dreams, who's capable of like carrying out emotional support, who's maybe either giving too much or receiving too little, or vice versa, the other way around, when it comes to their abundant emotional awareness support. So I would say just keep doing it and focus on balancing or making space to become aware of literally making space to become aware of um, making space to maybe invocating making an invocation or magnetizing or just asking for permission or asking for these results. Like sometimes we can ask our guides, like, hey, can you, like, I'm very curious about where I'm imbalanced in terms of give and take situations in my life. Can I receive guidance from the lightest lights so that I can understand and be shown where I'm basically imbalanced in terms of where I give too much, like this. I'm getting so maybe someone is depleting their mental capacity for for creating surplus energy in their life by chucking out a lot of their personal items, their household quality, their quality of everything material. Like they're checking out, maybe they're checking out, yeah. So and now they're just starting to like, ooh, this is difficult to talk about. So maybe do some you know throat cleansing right there, so you can just tap into this. Be careful. Don't overexert yourself. Feel valuable. Feel the worth of your own chakra right here. You're like, I'm not getting that you have an issue vocalizing things once you understand them. This feels more subconscious for you. Okay. And give yourself some light. You know, shower yourself with some light. Heal yourself. Give yourself healing. Okay. Okay. Maybe someone felt like it's turning more private, like very private. Someone is very private. Thank you so much for being willing to yeah, listen to half of this or all of this, and being invested in your own well-being and in yourself. Yeah. All right. Should we do another deck? Okay. Wow. Thank you for the support. By the way, I can feel the support. So thank you for the love and for all of that. You do need to work on um, protecting yourself a little bit more. Like you could light some more sage. You could light some more Palo Santo. You could light some more stuff. You could invest in more cleansing tools from the plant and herb kingdom, and it's just a little reminder to keep cleansing your space. Like it's nothing. It's not a big deal, you know. Like I'm just saying. Okay, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Get another message for this group. Soul fam. Okay, playfulness. Maybe someone is telling me to be more playful or talk about the playfulness. Yeah. Well, I do have some people that I live with that are kind of, yeah, there's the interference. So let me get one more for this one. 8, someone might be an air sign, working with Jupiter. Someone might be working with hawk energies. Maybe someone's spirit animal is hawk energies. Maybe someone is learning to fly and open up their wings. And especially now that we're in the gambling, yeah, confirmation. Someone is crying about being unable to fly, maybe, or feeling like the interference is like, oh no, you. Maybe someone is crying for a third party. Who are you crying for? Who are you empathizing with? Because I do get a mother energy here. Yeah, there's a mother and a father. Yeah, oh my god. A mother and a father seems to be worried about some kind of clipping of a child's wings, it seems. And this father seems to be just gambling and making all these really shitty choices in terms of like just like trying all these things that doesn't work. It's just like kind of listening to the lower echelon of society in general and trying their luck and winning the lottery or just wishful thinking. And they're the ones that are representing the lack of protection. So maybe this child would be better off with not necessarily without the father, but maybe I'm hearing with the father all the time to alleviate the mother, so that the mother can come more and more into playfulness and to remember to have fun, because this could also lead back to the mother who's just like constantly giving too much to someone. Maybe this is okay. We're gonna check it out. The interference 8, it's Earth, it's air. Okay, so there's the Taurus energy, like a stubborn Taurus doesn't want to listen to anyone else, and being forced into making a decision by being forced to witness out of 1,000 alternatives, the 2 remains, and then Taurus just goes like this way or that way out of some kind of instinctual need. And this is, it's giving heavy opposite, yeah, the cow, Taurus in reverse. So someone is going to realize that, like it says, the miracles are endless. Cow spirit 15. Maybe okay. Thank you. Maybe someone's child is 15 years old, or maybe something is going to loosen up at the age of 15, so the mother doesn't need to worry about. Oh my god. Can I get another card for this mother? What's she going through? Seriously. What is she going through? This lady. Yeah, she's working too hard. She's breaking her back, and she's at the end of the rope here, and she's intuitive as that, as can be, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, and then um, yeah, they're saying just careful with the respect people's privacy and their sexual desires and nature. Like maybe someone is like really they're longing for a good for the lack of a better word, a good pump. That's who doesn't, right? Like want to have sex in this life. Like we're human beings, and it's okay to be virile, or to have the drive, or to work on the Kundalini energy. Um, and there's someone here that's very intuitive, highly intuitive, working their ass off and going through a lot of shit with this father energy, who's just, especially now in this Sagittarius season, like Sagittarians are prone to addiction and gambling and like just trying out their luck and just cutting people with their moves, and handing out um, first aid kits as a treatment or as a remedy for their behavioral stuff. And a lot of these Sagittarians are God sent protectors that also deserve their accolades for being subservient to higher wills. So that could also mean that someone is prone to serving not so good energies as well. And that's when we can bring out the big guns and say, stop! No! Not in my field. Like, if you're not in and off the light, just be gone! Okay. So tend to the small things, focus on the small things, like work on, maybe this woman needs to be advised to work on tiny, tiny little things and to get her, so that she can get her intuition back into alignment, so that she can be, so that she can become an actionable person again. Okay. Do we have time for another one? Oh, wow. I'm surprised that you guys are enjoying this so much. And this makes you feel like we're on the right path, we're on the right track here, and that this is creating some happiness. And this is also creating a core cause for you to be more of a daredevil in your own life. Like you're going to get to a point where you can get into your courage more, so that you can just like do it. Just do something. Just do what you need to do in order to become happy and prosperous and feel like you're in the right direction. Like maybe someone's North Node is becoming increasingly more important. Thank you for saying that. Okay, and yes, thank you. Just want to talk to these Avalonians, these British legends. But first we have to clean up. So, okay, we have to clean it up. Clean up. So, maybe that's a message for someone to, like, yeah, okay. Okay. Someone is becoming enlightened. I do also sense that some of you guys are so intuitive that I can hear you sometimes throughout the day, and you're so intuitive that it just constantly impresses me, and I'm constantly just like, this, like you're aware. Someone is aware of what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, and it's just I'm just so impressed sometimes, with this with this ability, that the ability to show up in my life and not be intrusive and just be very like, I don't know, like I'm not scared. It's just chill. and the level of knowledge that some of your higher selves are bringing to the table is also just like, it makes me just chill sometimes, because I don't have to explain anything to some of you guys, because your higher selves, they already know. So it's more like a joint investigation. Enjoy your joints. I don't do that no more. But ayahuasca and shrooms are awesome sometimes, but not all the time. And then I was thinking maybe I should put aside my light language to different segmented videos, so that I can implement it with more confidence, and shock people less, because it's like when you're walking up to a horse, right? You're walking up, yeah, you're walking up to a horse, and the horse goes, like, I'm scared of you, you're scared of me. I'm not gonna chill. Are you gonna chill? Like, I'm not gonna chill. Are you gonna chill? It's kind of like that sometimes with the light codes coming in, and the light language, and activating the clear audience. Like, it's like, are you a surgeon? Aren't you gonna give me some anesthesia or some painkillers, or aren't you gonna tell me? It's like this Aquarian shock, and sometimes I feel like that with this light language coming in. It's like, it's a very big thing to digest for my person, and I can feel it. It's a big thing for someone else, for certain people as well, to get into that digestion of that. Like, I remember I was at some party, and some woman who's a hybrid um, was pushing me to speak light language in front of all these people, while they were giving me some like tantric massage, or like, I don't know what could have happened if I had no boundaries in that situation. Anything could have happened, like, I guess, but I was just, in this moment, and she was like pushing, 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 like, release, like, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, like, her higher self was like really pushing for the higher expression. And then when I started releasing all this light language, I could feel some of these conglomerate um, Oslo inhabitants, and these people, they just went like, oh, whoa, like, and then it was like this. They've never heard someone go there before, so it created sort of like an insecurity in me. So thank you for letting me share that. We're gonna go ahead and talk to the Avalons. And then, yeah, and now they're next to the elementals as well, so interesting. Very, very big elemental energy. Maybe some of you guys are already talking to the elementals. Is this the case? Yes. Wow. So you already are talking to the elementals. Some of you guys are already like, I've been dying to, like, I'm getting goosebumps. I live for this. Okay. Wow. Okay, 1919. I'm not going to talk about the COVID, but I am simply going to talk about the ascension and the elementals here. And just look at this. This is so random. Rising energy surge, fertility, 18. And then the sage, 19. 18, 19. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the COVID. Maybe it has everything to do with 18, 19. 9, 19. Yeah, it's like a loop. Maybe someone is deep with the Butterfly Collective or the Hummingbird Collective. So their face, it looks kind of the same, like the sage and the green man. That's so interesting. I'm gonna stop and pause for a second. We need to turn the love into love here. because someone here is a really good leader. Someone has perfected this elemental sight, their third eye, their interaction with the elementals. But someone is not loving it. Like, maybe we can look to the Avalonians for guidance in terms of how to increase the love, because there seems to be this. Okay, we can bring them in. We can bring them in. I'm getting a really young energy with the 18, 19. Maybe someone here is 18 or 19. Maybe they were born with the sight. Someone born with the sight? Of course they are. But, okay. Let's chill, just chill. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. So maybe we can just focus on loving the fact that we just realize that there are people here that do have I feel lethargic though. Like, maybe you're lethargic, maybe you're feeling lethargic. Maybe I'll so somehow you need to, I don't know what you're eating. I don't know what, if you're depressed about being the only one who's in contact with nature. I don't know if you're devaluing it, or maybe you're just not good at asking for healing or support, or maybe you're just tired of trickster energies. Maybe you're not inspired, but the lethargy of this has to do with perhaps inviting in too many conflicting values. So, and again, they're like, don't talk about that. It's like, maybe you used to be very popular, and now you're on a healing journey, and someone is really talking to your shadow, and you're not aware of the shadow. And then someone says, "Hey, it's just your shadow. Big deal." Like, one of the ayahuasca ceremony leaders that was guiding my last ayahuasca experience said that if you see someone's shadow during this ayahuasca ceremony, don't make a big fuss out of it. Big deal. You saw someone's shadow. Big deal. It's okay. They have both light and dark. Can you accept both? Can you accept that there's light and dark? Like, I'm constantly working on my wings. I'm constantly working on this, getting into it, you know? And then, I feel like I just needed to say that. And I understand that you might be young at heart. I understand that you might be a visitor in this human. Maybe the human is older. Maybe the human is 41 or 31 years old. Maybe the human that you're with doesn't love you back. Maybe you feel like that. But it's so interesting. I just want to say thank you for being here, and I love you. I miss you, and hope that we can see each other, out there in the woods. You can come through, because I do see a lot of you guys through the wood, the trees, the branches, the rocks, the flames, the ember, and so on and so forth through the crystals. And you can work with me through wind. You can work with me through spruce or pine or other types of trees or rocks or feldspats or granites or stuff like that. But so they're talking about a rising energy surge. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how settled or unsettled we may seem to be, the cycles of the planet are inside of us, and we cannot escape the magic. For now, it is the time of the green man, and the call to rise and reach for the light has come again. The nature within you is rising, just as the green man of the spring awakens the seeds and calls to the sap to rise in the world. outside of you. Within you is a world, a system of branches and leaves and shimmering light, all of which is longing to be rediscovered and expressed once again. After the time of stillness, after the quiet and the contemplation comes the growth and the action and the wisdom of the tree within. The trees within. Okay, so for me, the trees are like this beautiful reminder. Like if you climb a tree and you get to the top of it and you like stretch your arms up and you just like, it's it's a nice reminder of how it must have felt like coming from space, crashing through the atmosphere, landing on this planet. To be reminded of that impact, yeah, it's a beautiful thing to kind of like meditate on, like, and yeah, this is making me really happy that you can that you're seeing the elementals and that you're talking to them. It makes me so happy. Like, thank you for being here, and thank you for being you, and congratulations on your abilities and all of that. It's like I'm a fan. I'm a total fan. Like I'm genuinely like a fan of this energy. So just turn that love into make the love actionable in this arena. Um, I do advise, like I'm going to tell you something right now. I do advise to utilize sap from certain trees and to to use them in like little metal containers and put a candle under it and just release some of this the sap energy. And like I can show you. Okay. So I made this little thing right here. You can see the metal container. Here's a grid of copper wire on a bunch of little, tree stumps or branches or whatever they're called. There's a candle here, and there's a container here, and then I put the sap of the trees in here, and I mix camphor, I mix different kinds of resin, I mix different kind of herbs, mix sage, like all of this in here in the top here in the bowl, and it smells amazing. And I put my crystals on top of the copper grid, and it really activates the crystals like big time. Like it really does activate. Like even crystals that are depressed and that have gone out of time and space, they come back and they smell amazing. And just one thing, when you put the sap in the bowl, make sure that it doesn't touch the outer brims, because it's gonna light a fire on the sap, and it's gonna, like, because when you do burn sap, or when sap catches fire, it's kind of intense. Like it's I wouldn't leave the room with that shit going on. If you don't know what you're doing, you should not get into it. Like um, it's very important to be careful when you work with that type of energy, because you don't want to burn down your house, anything like that. So that was just a quick little uh, sharing story right there. If you feel like you want to get into some DIY stuff and actually do something about this forest magic and put it into your life and make it, you know, um, make your crystal kingdom come alive again. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with that. Um, Maybe a quick little message from the sage before we wrap it up from the elemental kingdom. Wow. Okay, so organize, integrate, and simplify your thoughts. Complexity often leads to confusion. Taurus wisdom. Simplicity is to be valued. This card signifies mental discipline informed by balanced learning and compassion. Tradition is valued by Tradition is valued, but appreciate change is accepted. The sage knows when to let go and when to move on. He knows when to retreat and think things over. He compassionately and wisely shares his knowledge with others, teaching by example as well as by precepts. The scales of justice are balanced in the sage's hands. This card is a this card in a reading also signifies the need for deep consideration and refined judgment applied with compassion and mercy. So have mercy, have compassion, and manually turn this love alive because I need you to. Like, it's way too important for you to be this awakened being, this cosmic hybrid, and for you to not love the process of this. So I hope this was inspiring to you in some way, shape, or form. Sending you all my love. Thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful day. Blessings.